What it do, my beautiful babies? How are you? Today we're gonna talk about our mouth. This video is going to be called Watch Your Mouth, Bubba. No, for real though. This video is gonna be about our mouth. I'm going to prove to you how your words actually build a prison around you. How the words that you speak are responsible for every downfall in your life, and it's responsible for every blessing in your life. Some of y'all don't believe that your words have power. You just running your mouth. You just being a blah, 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 blah. You up there building the Tower of Babel, and God is knocking you down because while you building your tower, you up there mumbling, complaining, groaning, talking about folk, backbiting, gossiping, not in the right mood, not having the right attitude. God never did say we can't make it to heaven, we can't build it heaven. In fact, he encourages you to build a tower. And boy, in the Apocrypha, it talks about you being a tower. But your tower should be built by holy stones, by holy jewels, like decorated with holy jewels. When you speak, you create stones. You ever heard of something called philosopher's stones? Well, we create philosopher's stones. The philosopher's stones are supposed to be so we can build up a mountain and get our butt out from down here. See the tower? We need that tower. This is how we're going to get out. But if your tower keep on getting knocked down, you're never going to get anywhere. In the Hermetics, it says that man is a flame bound to a mountain. Do you know what that means? That means that if you're in front of God, you are a total all-consuming fire. Remember the burning bush? That's you. What was on that bush, and that bush was not burning. The fire was not burning the bush. That is you. You was on that tree. You were that power. Okay? Now this is what he's saying. You're going to have to watch your words, because your words do exactly what God did in the beginning. He said he spoke. And when he spoke, he said, let there be. That was it. And everything got up as he called it by name. And it began to create. Well, you ain't no different, baby. You were made in his image. You were made in his likeness. And you were made out of his own eternity. Do you know what that means? That means that you are an exact 3D replica of God. But let me tell you something about this 3D thing though. You got the essence put inside of you. You're given life. You're more than just an image. You are exactly what God is. Now, what I want to talk to y'all today is about words. You got to watch your mouth. These words grow arms and they grow legs, and they get up and they walk and they go find other words that are just like them, and they make babies. And if you make a baby, ain't that baby gonna have a baby, and that baby gonna have a baby, and that baby gonna have a baby? Meaning you're creating generations with your words. If God would let you see your words in action, it'll scare the mess out of y'all. So from this day forward, whoever is seeing this video, I want you to start thinking about the words that you're speaking. I want you to start choosing your words carefully. Choosing which words go by this word, go by this word. Make your sentences on purpose. Don't just let your tongue just blurt out stuff, y'all, because God hear everything. God is a wordologist. God is made up of nothing but words. He is obsessed with words. His essence is words. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was God, and it was with God. It came from God. It was about God. Now, what he gave us was that. He gave us his word. Now, y'all give some people y'all word and it don't mean nothing. But God gave us his word so that we can communicate with him, so that we can always have access to him, so we can never feel lonely, so we can know that he is in us. But we don't want God words. We want Caesar words, because Caesar words produce material stuff very fast. Because Caesar's words manifest very fast, without thinking, without love, without care, without hope. You know what I'm saying? So when you're speaking freely, you're not putting no good intent in it. You're not putting love in it. You're not referencing what you talking about. Your countenance is wrong. The wrong temperance. Y'all, I'm naming these words because these are God's names. He said, come in my name, meaning he got plenty of them. And you, being what he is, without this skin, have to put these words on as clothing so he can see you, so he can hear you, so your words can be accepted, or else they will be blotted out and your petition will not be heard. Look at it this way. Like, put it in human form. Why would you accept anything from Caesar when Caesar was the one that murdered your son for no reason at all? When you sent your son here just to tell people how to love each other and how to come together, your son didn't do nothing wrong. All your son did was tell people the truth. And you decided to kill him because you need for your lies to keep going, because you need for your control to keep going. You murder him in the worst possible way. Being electrocuted was easier than going through what Jesus had to go through. And I'm telling y'all how important these words is. When Jesus looked up at him and he said, Abba, Abba, which means our Father. Abba, why are you forsaking me? Why are you not looking at me? Because he looked it like Caesar. He looked it like hatred. He looked it like all the things that disgust God. This was the purpose of them dipping the sponge into the vinegar water and the hyssop. Remember, they marked hyssop on their door with the lamb's blood so death can bypass them. Vinegar was used to dispel negative energy. And they thought they were being slick, y'all. This was all a setup. That's why Jesus said, y'all only apprehending me because this is coming to pass, which I'm paraphrasing. But he said, if this was like where I come from, you wouldn't even be able to put your hands on me, buddy. So don't flatter yourself. I'm literally giving myself to you so this thing can go down, because I'm here to fulfill scripture. But if I was in my rural and things was really going down, buddy, you would know better. You would know better, and you wouldn't even step to me like this. So don't flatter yourself and think you did something by me being here, because you got your men to bring me in. And I don't even know why they brought him in. When Peter cut old boy ear off, that would have been enough for me. And to look at him, Jesus picked that ear up and put it back on old boy's head. You still gonna take him in? Boy, these people had to be the dumbest, blindest people on earth to me. But your words are what's tearing you up. Your words are truly your bond. And your bond is whoever you are, whatever type of personality you are, whatever character traits you have. That's your bond. Your word is as good as you are. So I'm finna show y'all something. How important words are to God. They're his food. They're his essence. They're yours too. They're his flesh. They're yours too. They're his garments. They're yours too. So we are to mimic God. We are to mimic Jesus. We are to mimic the consciousness, the thinking. And when you think, what are you using when you think? Words, right? So let me show y'all something. How important these words are. I'm reading from the Wisdom of Solomon, which is in the Apocrypha, which is what they chose to take out of the Bible. But the Bible is the Bible. You know what I'm saying? God said, don't add to my word nor take away from it. And the people that took the words out of this Bible was evil as crap. The main leader boiled his wife in oil because she didn't want to believe the crap that he done took out and put in. She knew the original stuff. So they didn't play. When they changed this stuff, they meant for you to be dumbed down or die. And his wife and his family paid the price. And I'm talking about Constantine, the one who raped the Bible. Yeah. Old boy boiled his wife them in oil because they wouldn't go with what he made, the changes that he made. His family knew better. His wife knew better. But that joker, just like some of y'all mofos, don't care what God say, it's going to go how you say. And when you do, oh my God, you change the course of history. And sometimes it's not a good thing. Okay, listen at this. For wisdom is a kindly spirit. First of all, wisdom got legs. Wisdom got a head. Wisdom got arms. Okay? Wisdom is alive, but you got to look at it in spiritual essence, not this flesh essence. Okay? For wisdom is a kindly spirit and will not free a blasphemer from the guilt of words. You don't want wisdom to judge you because of your freaking mouth. Imagine being judged by wisdom and you a blasphemer and she won't set you free. Y'all need to think about this. It says, for wisdom is a kindly spirit. She's sweet as I don't know what, y'all. And will not free a blasphemer from the guilt of words because God is witness of his inmost feelings and a true observer of his heart and a hearer of his tongue. God can hear your tongue. God can hear your thoughts because he is word. How you gonna hide from the master of word? How you gonna hide what you thinking from the person that gave you the words in the first place? How dare you think you doing something up under the rock or in the cut somewhere and he don't see you or hear you? He is word and you ain't nothing but word. All you could do is word all day. Ain't you a thoughter? You thought all day long. You can't do nothing but think. You can't cut your mind off. If you try, you might get little times where you can quiet it for like maybe 30 seconds, 10 seconds. I can't even do it for 10 seconds. I'm practicing, y'all. But words go on all day. And words surrounded by you all day long. Everything you look at is a word. This is a word. I'm a word. Everything on my body is a word. Get where I'm coming from. I'm trying to drill this thing in y'all. Word, word, word. You got to watch your mouth. And I feel like I need to read this again because I'm reiterating on something. I don't want y'all to build a prison around yourself or let your tongue trap you when you can control it. If you just think before you speak and you give thought into your words. Okay. For wisdom is a kindly spirit, and will not free a blasphemer from the guilt of words, because God is witness of his inmost feelings, and a true observer of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue. Because the Spirit of the Lord has filled the world, and that which holds all things together knows what is said. Need I say more? Therefore, no one who utters unrighteous things will escape notice, and justice, when it punishes, will not pass him by. For inquiry will be made into the counsels of an ungodly man, and a report of his words will come to the Lord to convict him of his lawless deeds. Because of jealous ear hears all things, and the sound of murmurings does not go unheard. Even when you sitting up there talking up under your breath, God can hear you. Even when your mouth closed and you thinking inside yourself, God can hear you. A jealous ear hears all things. Things that just ain't there, Bubba, but you hear everything but the right thing. And the sound of murmurings does not go unheard. Hear me, y'all, and hear me well. Beware then of useless murmurings, and keep your tongue from slander, because no secret word is without result, and a lying mouth destroys the soul. Let me read this again. Beware then of useless murmurings, and keep your tongue from slander. Stop running around here talking about people like you ain't got no sense. Stop saying ugly stuff about people when you ugly too. Because no secret word is without result. Meaning, just because you sitting up here talking about somebody in secret don't mean it don't get a result. Don't mean it don't get up and walk. Don't mean it go group up with other words just like it. It group up with other people who think negative about another person, and y'all words wreak havoc on that person. When two or more are gathered in the midst, don't mean somebody got to be in your face. Thoughts are in the air. Thoughts are in the atmosphere. You cannot get rid of thoughts, but you need to control them things, and you need to give them a master, and you need to send them where they need to go, because thoughts grow up, y'all. They grow up. Do you have a tyrant thought? Do you have a thug thought? Do you have a gangster thought? Do you have a murderous thought? Do not invite death by the error of your life, nor bring on destruction by the works of your hands, because God did not make death. I'm going to say that again. Because God did not make death. 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 Your dang on mouth did. And he does not delight in the death of the living. He does not delight in the death of the living. For he created all things that they might exist, and the generative forces of the world are wholesome, and there is no destructive poison in them, and the dominion of Hades is not on earth. Meaning the words that he spoke was pure. The words that he gave us, there was no evil in them. You can't taint them. You can't make them be bad. You can't do nothing to them. They're not harmful. They're not hurtful. For righteousness is immortal. You can't kill righteousness. Righteousness does not die. But ungodly men by their words and deeds summon death. You see that? By your words and deeds, you summoned death, considering him a friend. They pinned away and they made a covenant with him because they are fit to belong to his party. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Considering him a friend, they pinned away and they made a covenant with him because they are fit to belong to his party. Well, you better change your words if you don't want to belong to death's party. Choose your words carefully. Words are our enemies and words are our saviors. Choose wisely.